Right. We're on to New England. The New England Patriots, my New England Patriots. Yes, let's take a look. Let's see what has happened with the New England Patriots this offseason and preview the upcoming season. Will we go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl? Absolutely. So, recapping last year, 8-9 season, very disappointing, especially starting off 1-3. Some frustrating losses, like to the Packers. That one was a frustrating loss. The Miami actually just start the season off. I remember this. It doesn't look like it was a close game, but that game was like 7-7 the whole game. And then you had that stupid screen pass. There was one play left at the beginning of the first half, and you had that stupid screen pass to Tyreek Hill that they just let him go right up the middle for like 50 yards and get a touchdown. So that doesn't happen. And then there was a turnover, a fumble 6 or something like that. So it looks like it was a blowout, but it wasn't. The Patriots had opportunities to win that one minus those mistakes, but fans are like, okay, we made a couple of mistakes, but we played Miami good. Go on, get a win in Pittsburgh. And then, it was just pretty disappointing after that. The offense just looked terrible. Defensively, didn't play too bad. I know some teams did run up some scores on us there, but you felt pretty good defensively from the team. It's just the offense never had a chance, and that's because you put Matt Patricia there as offensive coordinator. I mean, who would have thought that wouldn't have worked, right? But yeah, what did you think of the Patriots season last year?
Oh man, solid. Had to deal with those injuries with Mac Jones in the middle of the season there. That obviously hurts anytime your starting QB goes down. Just didn't have enough weapons on the outside. I know Jacoby Myers has moved on. I liked him a lot. I think getting Juju in, stuff like that, give Mac Jones some more weapons. If they can keep the running back position healthy, they've struggled with that in the last couple of years, keeping those guys on the field. So if they can be a little more lucky with some injuries this year, I think you're going to see a much better season out of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, for how terrible it felt it still was 8-9, kind of just right around average. And
just for a Patriots fan, that's got to feel rough, though, man. All those rings, man. You get it below 500. That's rough.
It's not even that. It wasn't the rings. It was the promise of Mac Jones after his rookie season. Like, hey, we might have something here, and then it just. But I fully expect that to change, and we'll get into that more going forward.
Hey, real quick, Cody and my buddy Cope have a Mac Jones rookie card that they won in a raffle a couple years ago, and after that rookie season, it was worth like $5,000 or something. And I told him, I was like, man, y'all better sell that thing and go ahead. They're like, no, he's gonna have a great career, Hall of Fame career, all this stuff. This thing will be worth $40,000 for it. Also, I was like, okay, whatever. It's plummeted to less than 2 at this point, I think. So he's a Titans fan, man. And he was rooting for DeAndre Hopkins to go to the Patriots just so Mac Jones had another weapon, so it raised the value on that card. He didn't want him on his team. He was like, no, I want him to go to the Patriots, man, just so Mac Jones got another weapon.
Oh, I love it. Money over fandom. I love it. Right. I love it. Speaking of closed windows, Patriots. Ooh,
ouch.
I knew it was coming. All right. Yeah. Let's get into their draft class, huh?
Yeah, man. I was looking at this draft and leave it to the Patriots to draft a bunch of guys that I have never even heard of some spots. I know about this guy, man. I like Christian Gonzalez. They wound up getting him with the 17th pick in the first round, the cornerback out of Oregon. This guy is going to be a player in the league. I've liked watching him at Oregon for a few years now. He's a burner, got good coverage on the outside. I like Christian Gonzalez. I think he's going to do well. Next, the 15th pick in the second round, they get Keon White, the defensive end out of Georgia Tech. He's got some power. He can definitely overpower some tight ends, things like that. Gets off the ball well, gets off blocks, chases with good effort. He's a very effective tackler. I like this guy. Thought it was maybe a little high right here, but it'll be all right. Now it gets into this stretch here where I don't know a lot of these guys. 13th pick in the third round, Marte Mapu, the inside linebacker from Sacramento State.
You mean you weren't up to date on Sacramento State football?
I actually didn't get to see any Sacramento State football games last year, so don't know much.
Do you know where Sacramento State is?
I assume California.
Yeah, there you go.
Assume it's Sacramento, but let's just put 2 and 2 together. Don't know much about him, but they like him for some reason. Went a little higher than it was on most people's boards. Then they get into the fourth round with the 5th pick. They take center out of Troy, Jake Andrews, another guy I don't know a whole lot about. I know Troy had a decent season last year. And then take it high, place kicker pretty high right here with the 10th pick in the 4th round, Chad Ryland out of Maryland. I never like taking a kicker this high unless you're absolutely sure on him. I don't know a lot about Mr. Ryland there. 15th pick in the 4th round, offensive guard out of Eastern Michigan, City Sal. 10th pick in the 5th round, Antonio Mafi, the offensive guard out of UCLA. I did get to watch this guy a little bit. I think they got a little bit of value there. I like this pick a lot. The 10th pick in the 6th round, Kayshon Boutte, the wide receiver out of LSU. This guy was very high on some draft boards a couple years ago. Didn't have as good a season last year. Dealt with some injuries and things like that. But Kayshon Boutte is a player, and I think this will help you guys. Gives you another weapon, a young guy to get out there, try to prove himself early. Then they also take a punter in the 6th round with the 15th pick, Bryce Behringer, the Michigan State punter. 33rd pick in the 6th round, Demario Douglas, the wide receiver out of Liberty. 37th pick in the 6th round. I feel like they got some value here. I've been watching Amir Speed, the cornerback from Michigan State, for a few years now, so I like them getting him that late. And then the 28th pick in the 7th round, Isaiah Bolden, the cornerback out of Jackson State. Another guy I don't know a whole lot about, but had a lot of picks in this thing. How do you feel about it, man? Like I said, a lot of names I don't recognize right here, but that's what Bill Belichick does best, is bringing guys that nobody knows about and develops them into great NFL players. What you think, man? How'd y'all do?
Well, this is a good punter because he went to Michigan State and had a lot of practice punting there.
He did absolutely have a lot of practice.
They had a lot of tape on him, so I'm sure he's the right guy. But yeah, good pick on the. Listen, being a Patriots fan, you get yourself all pumped up and excited for the draft. I just stopped doing it now. Because this is what they do. They take all these people that you've never fucking heard of, usually in the 1st round. I was actually excited about our 1st round pick because not only did we trade back, but we still got the guy that we wanted was cornerback, and we prevented the Jets from getting the offensive lineman they wanted because we traded with the Steelers and then went up and snagged the guy. So we traded back from 14 to 17 and still got the number 2 corner in the draft. So I was excited about it. I've watched Gonzalez a bit he was out here in the Pac-12 here with Oregon. And I just feel like I'm just glad that they didn't, because at that point there was you still had the number 1 receiver left. I'm like, God, don't do it, Bill. I don't care how good this guy is. You suck at picking 1st round wide receivers. Please don't do it. You're going to curse this kid. And so, but when they go defense and you see in here, I mean, we got defensive end, we got linebackers, and then I like taking some big boys too on the offensive line. But you just see that a couple more offensive linemen, but you got some more here on the back end. You got a couple defensive backs on the back end. I like those because those are usually the guys that Bill Belichick has his eye on for a reason and thinks that he can fit them coach them up into his system. It's not going to really doesn't usually translate in the first season, but a couple of years down the road, if these guys are going to be anything, they'll be tuned up and good to go into that defensive system. But overall, we got guys in there. I like that we had some volume in this draft. We got guys in there, and we'll see what happens in training camp.
Yeah, I remember last year, man. Y'all took actually a guy, the offensive lineman took in the 1st round is from UTC, which is the hometown school here, UT Chattanooga, man, about 20 minutes from campus. But yeah, I remember y'all taking him last year, and I was like, holy shit, man. I didn't know UTC even had a guy in the running for the 1st round, man.
Oh yeah, I always hate that because it's like, oh, this guy was projected 3rd round, and I'm like, Bill, what are we doing? What are we doing here? And they just
then dude winds up being a Hall of Famer.
Well, he just takes him from a school no one's ever even heard of. Obviously, it, but it's like
I live right beside it though. Y'all had no idea where that shit was.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, Bill. Here's some things that happened in the off season. We'll go through these real quick. So some new arrivals. QB Trace McSorley signed. Corliss Waitman signed. They brought in another punter, huh? Golly. Or was that the guy? Or was that the guy in the draft? Hold on.
No, that's not him.
Yeah, another punter. Yeah, it's another punter.
Punter for in the draft, wasn't it, I think? Maybe.
We'll see. Yeah. So we got
Gesicki.
Yes, we got him. We got Juju.
Hey, James Robinson right there, man.
Yeah, I wasn't yeah, James Robinson, we got him signed as well. But Juju, and that was the big signing. I do like Juju as a player. He's on the older side of things. I can't get super excited about Juju because I don't know. I feel like we got him a little bit late. But hey, another weapon.
Brings in some veteran leadership to that wide receiver room. Some guys he can help develop, guys like Keyshawn Boutte. They can come in and learn under him. A guy that's been in the league a long time, done things the right way, never really been involved in any scandal and stuff like that. Still a player, still can be productive in the league. He's not going to be the burner and really probably catch as many of the deep balls as he used to and stuff like that. But he can be a solid possession receiver and a solid leader in that wide receiver room.
Mm-hmm. And brought in some a veteran here, Riley Reef, 11-year veteran. I do like those veterans. Those big boys seem to. I mean, we saw with oh god, what's his name? Why can't I think of it? Dude for the Rams that retired, big boy. It was like 40
Whitworth.
years old.
Andrew Whitworth.
Whitworth. Yeah, I was thinking Whitmore, and I was like, no, Whitworth. Yeah. Obviously he did it till he was 40s, which is crazy. But I mean, crazy. But like bring some veteran leadership here. Riley Reef, protect the young quarterback. I like that. Calvin Anderson, and then we returned a bunch of guys. So I mean, Jabril Peppers. I feel like he can't go anywhere because he fits just too well in the Patriots
I like
system.
Jabril Peppers, man. I like Jabril Peppers.
Yeah, let's get
Michigan.
Yeah, he was fun to watch, no doubt. So departures: Nelson Aguilar's gone, went with the Ravens. Damian Harris went with the Bills. But we did, like you said, we brought in Robinson. A lot of these guys, I'm like, okay, yeah.
I like Damian Harris too, though, man. I can't decide who really. I know James Robinson. From a fantasy standpoint, we remember him from a couple of years ago. But I think if I got to pick between James Robinson and Damian Harris right there, I don't know. We'll see. I like Damian Harris, though.
Don't be surprised if we somehow find Hoyer back on the Patriots roster at some point this season, because it seems like he always finds a way to come back.
Brian Hoyer just running around scooping up random 1 and 2 meals, man. Just easy game.
Well, yeah, look, he went sign with the Raiders. Another, go.
Sure, okay, I'll go hang out in Las Vegas for a little bit, spend some of y'all's money. Sure, why not?
Well, I mean, it's the same system. Josh McDaniels. He's like, oh, I know your offense, so I'll just come.
Yeah, he just jumped in Jacoby Meyer's suitcase, man. I'll go with you. Come on.
Traded Jonnu Smith to the Falcons, which we had too many tight ends, man. I don't know what they were doing there. Devin McCourty retired. It was probably due to retire there after 13 years. And then I guess that's why we're getting all these punters, because we released Jake Bailey. Yeah, some free agents down here. So, I mean, nothing major, but it wasn't a bad offseason. They were busy. So now we just got to see if they can put it together,
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think of it? What do you think was the biggest? Actually, we didn't even get to the biggest. The biggest acquisition I think the Patriots made this offseason. I've said it a ton of times already on here, but it is hiring Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator. Bill O'Brien's a hell of a coach, terrible GM, but a hell of a coach, hell of an offensive mind. Has worked with Belichick in the past, so that he's going to fit right in. Belichick's going to let him run the offense, right? And I think O'Brien is going to take Mac Jones, and I'm not saying Mac Jones is going to be, a top 10 quarterback in the league or something, but he's going to be much improved from last season, unless he's just obviously terrible, and then we'll know. But we're going to find out if Mac Jones can play in this league, because O'Brien's going to give him the opportunity, play in his favor. So we'll see, and coach him up right. So what about you? What do you think about the O'Brien signing?
Oh, I think that's great, man. I think that was a great job. Like you said, I think that's the biggest acquisition of the off season. I like the pickup of Juju there. Like I said, bringing a veteran into that room. James Robinson, I think, can be solid. Can help be a good 1-2 punch with Ramondre Stevenson. I like Gesicki. I like the Gesicki pickup. I feel like he's been underutilized in Miami for a while now. He's a freak athlete, can create some real mismatch problems, especially in the red zone. So I think Bill Belichick, Bill O'Brien get up there and they kind of involve that guy in the offense the way he should be. I think he can have a big year as well. So I think they got some solid pickup there, some guys that can plug in and play and fill some spots for some guys they lost. All in all, I don't think it was bad, man. The Patriots is one of those teams that I always feel like can be in the mix, as long as they got Bill up there running the show.
Indeed. And Patriot 416 says, Cowboys had Juju last year. He caught 2 passes. Oops, wrong dude. Yeah, Juju played for the Chiefs last year. And
I was like, when did he play for the Cowboys?
He get traded, or did he sign? I think he got traded to the Chiefs from the Steelers, right? And then, or no, maybe I think he signed. He signed like a 1-year deal with the Chiefs.
I think they cut him.
Yeah, won a Super Bowl, and then came and he got a pretty decent contract, I believe. Let me see.
Juju living his best life right now. He ain't even mad at it.
I like bringing in a guy that's got some Super Bowl experience. All right,
Absolutely knows what it takes to get there, man.
Juju signed a 3-year, $25.5 million contract. It's actually a 2-year, $18 million. So he, because I think that's the guarantees. So yeah, $9 million a year.
Solid.
Solid. Get you paid at. God, I feel like he's so old and he's only 26.
God, Juju's only 26.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like he's like was closer to 30.
Holy shit, man! He ought to be in his prime still.
Maybe I got to get a little excied about having Juju there.
Say, maybe he's got some left in the tank, man.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like he's going to get injured.
Well, that's all we've seen. That's all we have to go off of.
Yeah, dude, they got some good deals. Look at this. I mean, they got Jabril Peppers, 2-year $9, but it's really a 1-year $5. I mean, you got him to come back on a 5-year deal. Jonathan Jones, $19 million deal. That veteran tackle we were talking about, Reef, got him to come in for a $5 million deal. They got some. They worked the salary cap pretty well here.
Bill knows how to do that, man.
You know what's crazy is the Patriots let Damien Harris go, and Damien Harris only signed a $1.7 million contract.
Oh, that
must tell you. That must tell you they know something, right?
Yeah,
that they wouldn't want to bring him back on that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, he's got a lot of injury stuff too that you got to deal with. We haven't seen this guy play a full season in a few years now, so maybe that was something they're looking at. James Robinson, maybe they felt a little bit better about, knew they could get him, bring him in. I like Damien Harris, but they obviously, for that price right there, I would think you just bring him on back just in case.
Mm-hmm. I still can't believe Jakobi Meyers got 3 years, $33 million. I know a lot of people like him. I mean, yeah, great for him. I guess it's really just a 1-year, $11 million deal, but good for him. But man, like, I don't think he's that great. He's good.
I like Jakobi Meyers. I do. I don't think he's going to be no all-pro or anything like that, but I think he can be a solid possession guy and give you a different weapon on the outside.
I hate this stupid thing. All right, let's get into their schedule. Listen, I know it looks like we have a rough start. 2-4 start, not bad for a rebuilding team. God damn it. Patriot 4165's shots fired over on the Rumble chat. You know what? I need to cheer myself up after that a little bit.
You got some tickle bitties and you don't know how to swing? Well, I'm here to help you. Next, you want to tuck your right arm and lay your left arm on top of that mommy milker. Bombs away.
I feel better now. I hope
feel better.
Feel better now. All right, listen. They open up the season against Philly at home. Now, a lot of you guys might think that this means that's a loss. And I would agree with you. Philly should probably whoop our ass, but you're not going to come into our stadium and whoop our ass on Tom Brady Day. No, not going to happen. Patriots are winning this one. They're honoring Tom Brady before the game, and he's going to be there at the game. We all know Tom Brady, when he's at that stadium, the Patriots don't lose that often. All right.
It's true. It's true.
Right.
That's
so
fair
I know
point.
we're gonna be dogs in this one, but I'm gonna be hammering the money line. Absolutely on this. Anyways,
it's not as high as I thought it would be here.
I think it's what I'm guessing 3.5.
Patriots plus 4.5 at home against the Eagles, plus 165 on the money line. The Eagles are minus 195.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Like I said, what are they on the money line again? Sorry.
Plus 165.
That sounds nice. Get over 1.5 times your money back.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I like if they go over a field goal right there, I think.
Yeah. They ain't getting blown out first game on Tom Brady Day. Not gonna happen.
That's true. They're not getting blown out on Tom Brady Day. That's for sure.
I'll tell you what. Good teaser leg, Patriots. Get them up over into double digits.
Lock.
They're not getting blown out on Tom Brady Day. It ain't happening. Okay, let's see. And then we have a Sunday night game. Man, we got 2 tough games right off the bat. Sunday night game, hosting Miami, division game. You never know what happens. I'll be curious in this one to see how Bill has, now that he has an offseason of checking out the Miami's new offense, right? I expect there to be some adjustments. Now, granted, remember how good Miami's offense was last year? Who was the only guy that the only team that kind of kept them bottled up? I remember that first game. It was 20-7, but they were pretty bottled up. It was 2 big plays, that fumble recovery and then that screen pass. Other than that, Belichick had him bottled up. And then after that, Miami went on that crazy run where Tyreek and Waddle were leading the league in passing yards for like the first, or receiving yards in the first 6 weeks. So
yeah,
just saying, maybe he's got something there. But us against Miami, I think we'd be a 3.5-point dog, 3-point dog.
Patriots plus 2.5 at home against the Dolphins, plus 110 on the money line. Dolphins are minus 130.
That's how you
Might
know
be
the sports
on these
bettors.
Patriots money lines, man.
Sports bettors, the books respect New England still. That's what you know right there, especially at home. All right, then we got to go on the road to the Jets. That's going to be interesting. I'm guessing the Jets are probably a 4.5-point favorite.
Yes, sir. Patriots plus 4.5 at the Jets, plus 165 on the money line. Jets are minus 195.
195, damn. And then we'll at least we have an easy win here. We got to go down to Dallas and play the Cowgirls. Patriot 4165's Cowgirls. I mean, we should be favored by at least a touchdown, but I'm sure the line has Dallas at like minus 4.5 in this one.
Right on the money, sir. Patriots plus 4.5 at the Cowboys, plus 175 on the money line. Cowboys are minus 205.
I'm going to like the Patriots in a lot of teaser legs here. If these numbers stay where they're at, you get Patriots above double digits again there. You know, Dallas is good for a late game turnover. Patriot 4165 knows I'm talking about. That would be a turnover, so we cover the teaser spread.
That's right. I mean? Clean living.
All right. Then we're home against New Orleans. Patriot 1-point favorite in this one.
Patriots minus 2.5 at home against the Saints, minus 140 on the money line. Saints are plus 120.
Patriot 165. I rebuke thee. Then we go down to Vegas. Oh, this is going to be an interesting game. Patriots 1-point favorite in this one.
Patriots plus 1 at the Raiders, minus 105 on the money line. Raiders are minus 115.
Remember, this is revenge. This is revenge for us. Remember how we screwed this game up last year? Reason why we got rid of Jacoby Myers?
I do remember that. Oh man, I had forgotten about it till just now. I do remember that. That's probably the
toss bag.
That may be the biggest bonehead play of the last 10 years. That goes back.
Yeah, we're gonna go to overtime. We're gonna go to overtime. Nah, let's try to pitch it backwards, which never works. And I threw it right to Chandler Jones,
and he grabs it and just like stiff armed Mac Jones into oblivion. And then just takes it on down. That was, I remember watching that. Like, I'm pretty sure I was on the Patriots in that game. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me. How does that even happen? How's that possible?
I think that's when I knew the season was over. I think that as a fan, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones we couldn't have let get away. And it got away like that.
Yeah. If you didn't already know, that one definitely kind of rings reality into you.
Yeah. All right, then we're home against Buffalo. I'm sure Buffalo, who always whoops our ass of late, is 6.5-point favorites in this one.
Patriots plus 3.5 at home against the Bills, plus 150 on the money line. Bills are minus 175. There's some of that respect for you.
I would bet the Bills now on that. I think that line's going to move. Well, unless the Bills end up having a bad season like I predict, but there's still something about that Buffalo team. That's of late over the past few years, kind of Bill's kryptonite. He can't really bottle that offense up yet. He hasn't figured that one out. But what he has figured out is Miami. We go down to Miami, and thank God it's not at the end of the year, because we always play like shit at the end of the year in Miami. We always play like shit in Miami to begin with. I'm sure Miami's a 5-point favorite.
Patriots plus 4 at the Dolphins, plus 160 on the money line. Dolphins are minus 190.
Okay. And we're home against the Commandos. Hey, we might actually be over a field goal in this one. Patriots minus 4.5.
Patriots minus 3.5 at home against Commanders, minus 175 on the money line. Commanders are plus 150.
Books are going to make a killing with all this Patriot money. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. So Patriot 4165 said over in the Rumble chat.
I've seen some of my favorite lines so far on this one, man. I think I'm kind of high on these Patriots.
I like some teasers. I like some teaser options. We'll see though. We'll see. Okay, then we're home against the Colts, but that one's not home. It's actually over. Oh yeah, Heavy Steps and I. God, this earlier this year we were trying to hit a parlay to win like $6,000, and we said if we hit it, we were going to go to this game. We didn't hit it. But
where is it?
we
Is this
tried.
London or Germany?
Germany.
Okay.
Germany. Yeah, that would have been fun. But Germany game, so neutral site. Man, that's gonna make it tough for the lines, I would think. And look at this. Coach Belichick. We see a lot of these teams coming back from Germany and London and not having a bye because they have the option now. Belichick says, nah, we're
He
gonna go
earned
10
that.
weeks. We're gonna go for a bye. We're gonna button some things up here. Patriots 3-point favorite.
Patriots -4 against the Colts in Germany, -190 on the money line. Colts are +160. See, Bill could just dial that up, man. I'd like to have my bye week about week 11. I'd like it to follow my trip to Germany, if that's all right with you guys. Bill, just where do you get the comment box where you sign up for this stuff at the beginning? Bill knows where to find everything.
There's this secret office at the NFL headquarters, but you can only walk in there when you have at least a handful of rings on them.
I understand.
Once your hand is filled with rings, then you can go ahead. You can enter.
It makes sense. That's the entry fee. I guess he earned that then.
Yeah, Jerry Jones is very sad about it.
Yeah, Jerry Jones won't never get in that motherfucking
room. But yeah, take that, Heavy Steps. I'm favorite. I think Heavy Steps, I have some sort of bet on this game. I know we will be betting each other on this game. It's good. His Colts, right. My Patriots in Germany. It's going to be fun.
That's right.
All right. So bye week, and then we're going to go to New York and take on the Giants, the former kryptonite of this team. Let's see. Giants 2.5-point favorites.
Patriots +1.5 at the Giants. Even money on the money line. The Giants are -120.
Okay. And then we're home against the Chargers. Chargers 3.5-point favorites.
Patriots +1.5 at home against the Chargers. Wow. Even money on the money line. Chargers are -120.
Oh, Patriots 4165 says 4-6 at the bye. Let me see.
Wow. You get the Raiders and the Saints, Commanders and the Colts. Yeah, I can see 4-6.
I see 5. I see 5 and 5.
I was gonna say I think you split with Miami. Yeah, I think you split with Miami right there. So
yeah, I see 5. I see 5 and 5.
Right yeah, there. I can see that.
I think if you're 500 going to the bye week, this is the perfect time. That's the perfect time of the year because look, you get that bye week. We're at the end of November, going into December. We know Belichick's defense, at least, and team usually, but the defense is playing way better in December than it is at the beginning of the year. So that defense just needs to be dialed up like it always is in December, and you just need a little offensive spark, a little consistency on offense, make a playoff run. But it's not going to be easy because then, we got New York, we got the Chargers, and then we're going to Pittsburgh. That's never easy. That's a Thursday night game. Pittsburgh 1-point favorite in that one.
Patriots +2 at the Steelers, +105 on the money line. The Steelers are -125.
Gotcha. And then we're home against Kansas City Monday Night Football. That's going to be fun. Oh, my God. I'm sure Kansas City is 4.5-point favorite. Maybe
Patriots +4 at home against the Chiefs, +160 on the money line. Chiefs are -190.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game.
Tough to win in Foxborough in December, man.
Yeah. We'll just be curious to see what those teams are by that time in the season. Like the Patriots made progress. We know Kansas City's going to be good, but like, is Kansas City going to be Kansas City after some of the stuff they lost, or how their season's going to be? How healthy are they at this point? And then what strides can the Patriots make throughout the year? That's good to me as a fan. I'm looking at this saying that's going to be a fun game. Okay, but this is not an easy stretch of games here. I mean, no. And you got to go to Denver. I'm high on Denver. On Christmas Eve, we got to go up there and slap Russell Wilson around. Belichick does have success against Russell Wilson. I don't know if you know this. Belichick beat Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl with a nice little defensive maneuver there. I don't know if you saw that.
Well, yeah, I think that was more the Seahawks lost that one than Bill Belichick won it. I mean, good call. I get it. But they should have been handing the fucking ball to beast mode. That's all I'm saying. It's a 1-yard line.
This is why you give the credit to Belichick there. You know what the best move made on that play was? Belichick not calling timeout. Everyone was telling him to call timeout, and he was sitting there. You watch the thing. He's sitting there looking at their sideline and seeing that they're all like the Seahawks are kind of all flustered up, and then he goes, "No." You hear him. They have the little sound clip. He goes, "No, let it run. Most coaches in that spot in that big moment would have called that timeout to get the defense settled in where he wanted.
Hey, You're right, man. Sometimes the best call of a game by a coach is the timeout he never took.
Mm-hmm.
So that got him another one of those rings. That might have. He was already getting in the room with the handful, but hey, that's just another one.
Yeah.
Get one for the pinky on the other finger.
All right, and then at Denver, that's not going to be easy. Christmas Eve though, it's a little Christmas Eve game.
Prime
time. We prime time on Christmas Eve too. Okay. I'm sure Denver. Wow, man, I can't remember how the books are with Denver. Denver 3-point favorite.
Patriots +2 at the Broncos, +105 on the money line. The Broncos are -125.
Okay. And then at Buffalo, never easy late in the year. New Year's Eve, last game of the year, calendar year. Buffalo 7.5-point favorite.
Patriots +6.5 at the Bills, +230 on the money line. Bills are -275.
God, that might be like, if we're having a good season, that might be the final test of like, can you finally get over this Buffalo hump? And actually, I guess we did beat Buffalo, and Buffalo, what was it, 2 years ago in that win game? We needed the win.
When Mac Jones threw like 3 passes or something. He had thrown 1 pass till late in the fourth quarter, and he was going to be like the fewest pass attempts for a team that was going to win ever. I think it still might be.
It was such an interesting game. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Very quick game too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the clock was running the whole time. Nobody threw the ball.
I know. What was amazing about the game is Josh Allen was still not throwing the ball deep downfield, but he had the arm strength to be able to sling it around.
Because that dude,
they were showing like you could barely even put the ball if it went up above a certain height. That's why he had to like sidearm sling it. If it went up above a certain height, that thing was.
And Josh Allen's arm is a hand cannon, so I mean, not everybody's got one of those in their repertoire.
Oh man. Patriot 4165 says 6-11. Better luck next year. Damn, dude.
Rangers bullpen sucks. Sorry, bro. I gotta have my guys back here, man.
And we're at home against the Jets to end the season. Patriots 1-point favorite in this one.
Patriots +1 at home against the Jets, -105 on the money line. Jets are -115.
Well, let's take a look at some of these then. Let's see. Well, I mean, Patriot 4165, if you're confident in that, you can bet the Patriots under 7.5 wins, -105. Not a bad bet if you think it's a 6-11 season.
Yeah.
I think you guys know where I'm at on this one.
Yeah, what is that? -125 to go over? Man, that's a weird number. 7.5. That's such a weird number, man. I fully expect him to get over that, but when's the last time we saw Bill Belichick go under 7.5 wins?
I don't know. Let's see. How many games are they favored in? Let's just go. Do you have that pulled up? Can you just count?
I don't. I just closed it out.
Oh, okay. No worries. I should have tallied that. I should have looked it up, but I don't know. Let's take a look at some of these, huh? Let's just count what could be wins. Let's give one win somewhere in here. All right.
Okay.
Assuming that we're going to split with Miami anyway, so we'll take Miami at home. So there's one. We're definitely beating the Cowgirls. So there's 2. Could beat the Saints. Could beat Vegas. So you're up to 4. I'm just saying could beat. Right.
We'll
say we'll lose in Miami or we suck in Miami. We could beat the Commandos and the Colts. That's 6. Could beat the Giants. Probably not beating the Chargers there. Could beat the Steelers. Not the Kansas City. I doubt we beat Denver. But I mean, if you have one win between these 3 games, I mean, and all the other things play out how I said, that's 9 wins. So I mean, if it's a good season, 9 wins. If it's not, you're probably right. Patriot 4165, it's 6-11. I don't know. Just glancing at it, it's a long season. A lot of shit happens throughout the season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at the division. This is where we're going to make all our money. Right here. New England +750 to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to sweep the division.
Whoa.
We're going to sweep Miami, sweep Buffalo, sweep them Jets. It's the Jets after all. Come on. plus 750. You have that in your back pocket, and you start seeing the Patriots go on a little run. You're in December, feeling good. You got a little plus 750 in your back pocket. I'll be the only one doing it, but we'll see how this turns out.
The books hope that happens because they will not have to pay out very many tickets.
Yeah, because you got all the action and money up here. And you probably,
Yeah.
you know what? If I'm being honest about this division, though, taking a plus 300 on Miami. We haven't talked Miami yet. That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think Miami, not a bad look here. Plus 300, win the division.
No, not bad at all.
We'll see what their schedule and stuff looks like. And
yeah, we'll have to check that out. But yeah, I don't hate that either.
All right. For us to go to the Super Bowl, 25-1.
Love
I'm gonna put a little on it just in case it happens, and that way I can pay for my Super Bowl ticket. How about that?
Hey, that ain't nothing. I like it, man. I like
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that old parlay right there. Coupons.
My coupons. What are coupons? I love Ron White. Oh my god. And then for us to win it all, 50-1.
That'd be worth sprinkling a little bit on just by the Bills effect, the Bill O'Brien, Bill Belichick effect, man. I would go ahead and do that.
Listen, Belichick needs to get one more Super Bowl. That way he can get back in the discussion of who's greater. Was it Brady or was it Bill? That's what I'm saying. He could end the debate with a Super Bowl win. That's what I titled this. If Belichick's Super Bowl win ends the Brady debate.
It most certainly would. It most certainly. But until he gets one without Tom.
If he can get it with this squad.
Oh, God. If he can get it with this squad, go ahead and just enshrine him up there at the top as greatest of all time.
Bill O'Brien wants it to happen too, so he can get another head coaching job.
Sure. Yeah. Well, as long as they don't let him be the GM too.
You know who's going to be on my side with all this Homer stuff is Dave Portnoy.
There you go.
So I have him running, talking smack with me the whole season. That's what I should do. I should place that Super Bowl bet. That way I can, if somehow by some miracle they get to the Super Bowl, I can tweet at Dave Portnoy and say, "Take me with you. Look, I got a ticket. Big diehard fan. Come on my show." He won't.
I'm a cheap date, bro. Take me with you.
Yeah. I'll drink light beer.
Absolutely. Maybe even Bud Light, man. Hell, just take me to the Super Bowl.
No, not that. I wouldn't drink.
Not even for a trip to the Super Bowl?
No. You got to draw a line.
I'll shotgun 3 Bud Lights on this show for a trip to the Super Bowl.
Wow. Well, Patriot 4-65. Go ahead. Let's start roasting him.
I'm more of a liquor guy. I don't drink a lot of beer anyway.
Let's see. Ooh, what's this? Let's see. Patriots to make the playoffs. If we think we can squeak in with, maybe this would be a better bet. Obviously, a better bet than to win the division. But I mean, you could see 3 teams from this division. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. This division does have a tough schedule. But sneaking in, maybe getting that last final wild card spot, plus 220 on your money. A little 9-8 season. Maybe they have.
Yeah, it could happen, man. I think if any division gets 3 teams in, I think it's going to be this one.
Let's see if we got.
They should give an extra playoff spot and just add it to the AFC. Just take one away from the NFC South, man. Don't even let them have a playoff spot this year.
And if you think they'll get to the AFC Championship but lose, plus 35-1 on your money.
If he gets in the tournament, man, then there's always a shot with Bill, especially. Oh no, go ahead, let me have it.
Says he can't even spell Bud Light.
It is tough, man.
Oh man,
y'all know what Mama said.
Let's see this. Oh man, they don't have one for them. Damn it.
I don't know that you want to be too invested in those largest winning streak props for the Patriots anyway. There was a lot of on and off weeks in that schedule, man.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to look at it. Let's see. Ooh, we can bet there. I think they're going to get that exact 9 wins that we talked about, 7-1.
I don't hate that.
7-1.
Yeah,
Patriot 4-6-5. You can get 550 to 1 on your 6 prediction there. That ain't bad.
No,
Ain't
no,
bad.
not at all. Not at all.
And
Anytime you get over 5-1 on your money on one of those things.
If we do think they're going to have a crazy season, where is he at? Oh my God. Is this the largest we've ever seen Bill Belichick, coach of the year? 33-1?
Probably. Got to be close. I don't know, man. It's probably some of those years. There were probably some years he should have won coach of the year and didn't just because they were so good. But that's got to be close to as high as we've ever seen it. I mean,
Ron Rivera has a better chance of winning coach of the year than Bill Belichick.
That's because his team's trash and he doesn't have 7 Super Bowl rings. So if Ron Rivera does anything with the Commanders, I can
the
see
Commanders
why
aren't going to be good, and neither is the Titans. And you got Mike Vrabel at 25-1.
Yeah, no, I don't understand that either. Maybe that's just because they are a little higher on the Patriots and they expect
Frank Reich is 22-1.
You got to think.
I love Frank Reich, but
these guys have to do a lot less to get coach of the year, though. Bill Belichick would have to playoffs and may probably win his division. Now, if he wins his division, he probably does get coach of the year, and he probably should. But he got to do a lot more than some of those other guys.
He wants to know how much for under 6 wins. Let me see. Here we go. Let's see. You would get under 5.5 wins, which would be under your 6 plus 220 on your money. Your money there?
Over 2-1.
Yeah. All right. We have anything else with the? Oh, what's your bet for this team?
Oh man, let's see here. Oh, you might like this one a little bit. Give you a little hope. Juju Smith-Schuster, 75 plus receiving yards and 8 plus regular season games, sitting at plus 250 right now. Juju, man, even with those not so aging legs we talked about, I think Juju gonna have a big year, man. I do.
I'm getting a little bit more excited about him now that I thought he was closer to 30, which I was kind of I was wondering why we gave him the money we gave him, but because we usually don't do that. But yeah, I guess 26 years old, technically, I guess a veteran now and a Super Bowl champ.
Absolutely.
Patriot 465 says now we're talking about the under 5.5 wins.